Hey folks, I've been turning this over in my head for ages now. The honest truth is, I can't say for sure if any of it's real or if my mind's just playing tricks on me. But whatever this is, it's shaken me to my core, changed everything about who I am, and deep down, I know I'm in real trouble. We all are. Let me take you back to where it all started. The first time it happened, I was down on my knees praying. I had just lost my grandma, and the grief had me all twisted up inside, feeling so lost and empty. I figured turning to God might bring some peace, help me make sense of her passing, and find a way to say goodbye. The little church I chose was the one she used to bring me to as a kid, tucked away in a quiet corner of rural Ohio. It was small, peaceful. Hardly anyone ever went there. I headed over to feel close to her again. As I stepped inside, the place was empty, which suited me just fine. I didn't want to break down in front of strangers. I settled into a pew, soaking in the silence, and began to pray. Picture this. Right in the middle of my quiet pleas, a soft voice whispers, "I hear you." My heart jumped right into my throat. I shot up and scanned the room, but I was totally alone. No sign of where it came from. I brushed it off as my imagination running wild, grief messing with my head. I kept praying. But 5 minutes later, the voice hit me again, stronger this time. "You shouldn't be doing that." It was so close, like a breath on my ear, making the hairs on my neck stand straight and chills race down my back. I whipped around, and there she was, face to face with me. A girl, no older than me, maybe 16 or 17. She had on this striking red dress, barefoot, with hair black as midnight and eyes to match. I started screaming, but even in my terror, her beauty held me captive, like something out of a dream. "Shh," she said, pressing a finger to my lips. "Do you want Father to hear?" Her touch was gentle, calming, not scary at all. "Who are you?" I stammered, fighting back tears that stung my eyes. "I am the devil," she replied simply. I shook like a leaf, convinced this was the end for me. She stepped closer, as if she could read every fear swirling in my mind. "Don't worry, child, I won't hurt you. I'm not the one you should fear. I've come to warn you, like I've warned so many before." A sudden whistle cut through the air, sharp and eerie. I saw real fear flash in her eyes. I tried to pinpoint the sound, but by the time I turned back, she was gone. Only her scent lingered. This beautiful lavender that wrapped around me like a memory. I sat frozen for what felt like forever, ears straining in the quiet. I told myself it was all in my head, just exhaustion and sorrow breaking me down. But as I shut the church door and headed to my car, that whisper followed. "You gotta be careful." A week passed, and I'd almost pushed it out of my mind. Sure, I'd catch faint whispers now and then, or spot a flash of red from the corner of my eye, but nothing solid. Then fate stepped in. I had to pick up my mom from the Greyhound station, and the quickest route took me right past that old church road. The drive was smooth until I hit the intersection by the church. My nerves kicked in, memories flooding back, so I cranked up the radio, hunting for something soothing. That's when the lavender hit me again, filling the car like a wave. I glanced up from the dial. And there she stood, right in front of my hood. She looked the same, yet different, older somehow, worn out and weary. I screamed, slammed on the brakes, jumped out, and bolted into the empty field behind me, tears blurring everything. I spun around, sensing her right there. "What do you want from me?" I yelled, my voice cracking with desperation. She gazed at me with eyes full of profound sadness, stepping nearer. "I want you to listen, child. I want to protect you. Time's running out, and you have to help me." I was speechless, but somehow found the words. "Me help you? Aren't you supposed to be all-powerful and evil? Aren't you the devil?" She slid up beside me and smiled, a soft, heartbreaking curve of her lips. "My dear child, I was powerful once, but evil? I never asked for that name. I hate it. Call me Lilith." In the distance, that whistle rose again, louder. I opened my mouth, but she cut me off. "Child, you have to understand. Everything you've been taught is wrong. The world's in grave danger. You've been fed lies, deceived from the start. I'm not the one to fear. I'm not the one who'll hurt you. What? You were God once?" Hearing that, I burst out laughing, hysterical tears streaming down. I laughed because it had to be madness. This couldn't be real. This being, Lilith, claiming she was God? She grabbed my hand, her grip urgent. "Child, you have to see. I'm different now. I'm aging. I'm dying. He found a way to make it so. If I'm gone, there's no saving anyone. See through the lies. Believe me." The whistle grew closer, piercing. She squeezed my hand, her eyes pleading with a depth that tore at my soul. Whatever stirred inside me then changed everything. "Okay, say I believe you. How can I help? What's happening?" Wind whipped up out of nowhere. She shivered. "Not here," she said. "I'll explain tonight, in the church. Tell no one. Don't even think it in your mind. He's everywhere." And poof, she vanished. I stood alone, doubting my sanity, but the red mark on my hand from her touch proved it wasn't a dream. I glanced at the time, shocked. No minutes had passed, and I was back by my car. I pushed it all down, like she said, suddenly terrified of this he. The drive to the station went fine, and seeing Mom lifted my spirits, her hug like a warm blanket against the chill inside. Back home, we shared dinner, laughing over old stories from her last visit. Then she jumped up, excited. "I have a gift for you, sweetie. It's a new perfume. Try it." She fetched a small package from her bag. I thanked her, popped the cap, and froze. "Lavender." I hid my horror, asking casually why this one. Her answer hit like ice water. She was in the store, undecided, when a girl my age approached, in a lovely red dress, hair and eyes black as night. Mom felt drawn to her instantly. They chatted. The girl asked all about me, then suggested the perfume, her favorite. Said lavender was so soothing, familiar. I'd love it. I couldn't listen anymore. I switched on a movie to drown it out. Hours later, I kissed Mom goodnight and slipped upstairs. Midnight neared. I waited till she slept, then headed out, heart pounding but resolve burning. "Okay, Lilith," I whispered, starting the engine. "You have my attention." Driving to the church, I swore someone tailed me, but chalked it up to paranoia. I parked in a hidden spot, took a deep breath and went in. The lavender greeted me, candles flickering with a soft golden glow that eased my soul for a moment. Then I saw her, huddled in the corner, trembling, a gash on her cheek. She looked even older, exhausted to her bones. I whispered her name. She looked up, relief flooding her face. "Oh, I'm so glad it's you. I feared he'd found me again. Come closer. I need to tell you everything before it's too late." The way she said my name hit like a forgotten melody, stirring something deep. For the first time, I felt like I'd known her forever. She noticed, stepping near. "So you start to remember. I hoped we wouldn't have this talk again. I hoped I'd kept you safe." I took her hand, straining to recall. "Please, tell me what's happening, Lilith. It feels familiar, but I can't connect the dots." She smiled that warm, knowing smile and began. "Eve, first understand why you must stay safe. It started millennia ago. My father created me and my brothers as angels. We were mighty, helping him shape the world. He was satisfied, but I felt hollow. This beauty deserved more. So I created you, Eve and Adam. I knew Father wouldn't approve. He demanded sole creation rights. Loving but strict, you obeyed or faced wrath. I hid you in Eden, where you thrived, truly happy. But one day, you called me God, shifting the balance. He discovered us. I begged him to spare you, to punish me instead. I gave up my place in heaven, walked away forever. He promised you'd live, but he twisted it cruelly. Kept you alive, yet cursed your existence. Made you believe he created you, owned you. Turned you against me, praising him. Understand, you did nothing wrong. Humanity never deserved this. The books, the teachings, all lies. You're innocent. By now, tears poured down my face. My memories fogged, but her words rang true, aching in my heart. How am I here? How am I alive? You always ask that. Father didn't expect one of his favorites to love me more. Michael warned me of the apple deception. I infused it with my grace. One bite made you immortal. When your body fades, you move to another. Same for Adam. I've protected you, wiping memories when needed. But Michael's gone, and this is my last chance. Find Adam. Help him remember. Save the world. I stared, mind reeling, when that whistle pierced the air. Lilith screamed. Candles snuffed out. Dread washed over me as a shadow crept near, darker than the black around us, sucking the life from the room. I nearly collapsed hearing his voice. Finally, I found you. I screamed. Candles flared back, and there he stood behind Lilith, nothing like the paintings. He held her close, but pain twisted her face. Who are you? What do you want? I demanded. He laughed, a sound that clawed at my soul. I wasn't talking to you, child. I meant my daughter, the betrayer. Lilith, why do this to your father? Haven't we suffered enough? Don't you miss heaven? She glared, disgust raw. You're no father, you killer. You cast out what doesn't fit your rules. What did you do to Michael? Ah, Michael, the other disobedient one. Let's say he's reprogrammed. He knows his place now. He gripped her harder. I couldn't stand it. I lunged, but his stare stabbed like fire, agony ripping through me. I howled. He laughed louder. Lilith broke free, touched my forehead. Pain vanished. Oh, love, aren't you tired of wasting grace? She's not the same. You'll die in vain. With that, he yanked her back, flames consumed her. She crumpled, eyes empty, staring up. "What have you done, you monster?" I sobbed. He was gone. The lavender faded, leaving only darkness and a cold whisper. "Don't they say God works in mysterious ways?"